So yesterday, I was having a conversation with a beautiful, beautiful girl. Well, she's not a girl anymore. She's a young woman. Somebody very precious to me. And I think that she thought that she was schooling me on the game of dating. How to date men. I guess, how to get the best results. Now, here's the thing. I don't need to be schooled anymore. I'm not really that interested in dating anymore. But anyways, I'm gonna tell you about the conversation. So the conversation was kind of like going like, well, just play the game. Sometimes you just gotta fake it with these guys, and that kind of thing. Just pretend so that you can get what you want. But I just don't have that kind of personality. I don't. I have tried that. What I've discovered about myself is I am a light worker. Okay, I'm here for love, for harmony, for peace. I am not here to play games. I think that's dark, and I don't like dark energy around me. I don't like that kind of energy around me. And that's one of the reasons why things will end up dismantling with me and another person, because they get dark on me. Or they're trying to bring up something in me because I'm too chill. So I guess for a better understanding, I'm just going to say I'm an Aquarius. And we are known for leaving people alone, because when people start getting too emotional and too dramatic with us, we will cut ties. We will cut ties because we don't like that. Now, I didn't realize that because, hi, how are you? Didn't realize about myself until I started to study a little bit astrology. Now, I'm not deep into it. I'm not going to say like I'm an expert in astrology or anything like that, but I do realize that, let me switch hands. I do know that I do not care for drama of any kind. I cannot deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. And it's just not something that I want to deal with. And so therefore, I guess I could have laid my little edges down today, but I didn't. But anyways, in order to have a man in my life, you trying to tell me that I have to accept drama, moodiness, mood swings? Now, I'm like this. I understand that everybody, just some days, some people just have rough days. Some people just have rough times. I totally get that, okay? But here's the thing. I don't want to deal with your rough day. So if I were in a relationship now, my mindset would be, if you having a rough day, just stay where you are. Like, don't bring that around me, because I'm over here in bliss. I'm over here in peace. Like, my life is peaceful. My environment, if you were to come in, my work environment is peaceful. My home environment is peaceful. My car is peaceful. I keep every environment that I spend lots of time in very serene and very peaceful. That should tell you about my personality. So why are you bringing your shit over here? Why are you bringing your drama? Your moodiness. What am I supposed to do? I got a piece of hair on my face. But what am I supposed to do with your moodiness? Because I'm not going to try to coddle you. Like, I'm not the type of woman that's like, oh, hey, baby, everything is going to be all right. No, you need to work through your own stuff. Now, I might give you a small word of encouragement, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that, because it's not my responsibility to make you feel better. I don't want that responsibility. as a woman to a man. Like, that's a part of why I'm avoiding relationships, because I don't want that responsibility. I don't want to try to make a man feel better. Like, you need to work through your own stuff. You're a grown fucking adult. You know, you said firkin. But you are, as a grown adult, you need to be able to work through your own stuff, because I'm not going to put my poop on you. So don't put your poop on me. I don't want that. And if I'm not going to be aligned, because that was another part of the discussion that her and I had, you know, just going back to the game plan, you know, sometimes you just got to fake it. You don't do things that people don't like. I'm like, yes, I do things that people don't like. Of course, but I try not to bring my stuff around people. Like, if I'm having a not so good day and not so good time, I process those things alone, by myself, until I figure it out. And when I come out of that, then I'm like, hey, what's up? What you want to do? You know, I'm not begging a person or coming around a person in order for them to regulate my emotions. I don't need you to do that. I've learned to do that on my own. I've been doing that since I was a child. Like, that's child play. That's child play. I'm good at it. So therefore, I don't want to have to deal with another adult's emotions that they haven't learned to process and to regulate. And another thing is that, while I'm talking about it, another thing is that us women have learned to do is over-explain. I stopped doing that mess because it's a waste of time. It's a complete waste of time to over-explain yourself to a man. They don't over-explain, so why are we doing it? Why are we doing that? It really gives to me, my intuition says, if I'm over-explaining, I'm giving my power away. And I need my power for me, for my life. I don't want to give my power away for the sake of a relationship. And if a man is putting me in a situation where I have to over-explain, or he's trying to arouse me in some negative way, he wants to arouse some negative emotions from me, because I've gotten that's been a pattern. Because anyways, let me finish my thought. If he's trying to arouse me, if I see that this is a thing that he enjoys, he wants to provoke some kind of arousal out of me that's negative, that's emotional, that's irrational, that's whatever, at that moment, I'm already knowing this is not going to work. So the first time it happens, I'm planning my exit. I'm already in my mind like, okay, yep, this ain't gonna work. And depending on how far in the relationship I've gotten, it might take a little bit longer, but I'm already planning the exit, because it's just something I'm not going to deal with. Why are you in my life? Are you in my life to provoke negativity? Are you in my life to get an arousal from me, or do you want some of this love and peace that I have? Because if you're in for negativity, then I don't need you here. I don't need it. I don't want that kind of energy around me. I don't possess that, and I don't want to be around other people who do. So as soon as I see that kind of stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'm about to break up with you. I'm about to leave you alone. Period. And I'm not going to play the game. I'm not going to pretend like everything is okay so I can keep a man. And another thing, you know, I'm going to say this real quick, because since I've been on this decentering kick and on this let me learn myself journey of being alone, of hanging out by myself like I am right now at the Detroit Riverwalk, hey, since I've been doing this, women are like, but you just haven't found the right one. Don't give up on love. And, I, as a matter of fact, that just jarred my memory. Last night, when I was talking to the young lady, or with the young lady, she was like, but you got at least 30 more years, 30 more good years. I know you don't want to be by yourself. If that's what it's going to take, I would rather, let me say this, I would rather be by myself, and it's going to take me taking it one day at a time, but I would rather be by myself to be in peace, to have joy in my life, than to deal with a man who don't contribute to my peaceful lifestyle at all. I don't care about the money. Like, I have my own money. That's like, if you want to bring me some money, that's great. I'm not saying don't give me no money, but that's not enough for me. That's money, material gain, all of that. That's not enough for me. You gotta be coming with quality. And if a man don't have that who want to be in my life, I can't accept him, because it just wouldn't be enough for me. It just wouldn't be enough for me. No, just having a man present in my life, just to be able to say, oh, I got a man, I don't care about that. That's not enough for me. It's not. And I'm not going to settle for that. So if it takes me hanging out by myself, now I don't have any pets, but what I do have are a lot of plants. I have over 30 plants in my home. I'm a plant mom. I love my plants. And I have about 10 plants at my shop. I love my plants. I'll just take care of my plants. I don't have grandchildren yet, but I'll just fall in love with them when I get them, when they come, right? So right now, I'm just getting to know myself, and I love myself, and I love hanging out by myself. It's peaceful. It's peaceful. It is fucking peaceful. I don't have to have conversations and be thinking about overplaying conversations in my head that I've had with some man who pissed me off, or I pissed him off and we got into this little debate, or something happened that I didn't like, or I did something that he didn't like. I don't have those thoughts in my head anymore, because I'm not dealing with the man. So I'm not thinking about those things. And that's what I like about it. And to me, that's worth it. Because if I got to spend the rest of my life alone and without the psychological stress, the emotional stress of a relationship, hey, baby, that's worth it to me. Because just having a man around, I haven't seen the benefit in that. For some D, take me out, have a good time for a little date, I mean, that's temporal. And most of the time, I leave feeling empty. So I know that that's something that I need to cultivate within myself. And that's what I'm doing. So if the next 30 years, let me see, in the next 30 years, I'll be 81. So in the next 30 years, if I'm an 81-year-old single mom, I mean, not single mom, but single woman, I will be a happy, full of joy, full of peace, healthy. Healthy because I'm always working on my health. I eat pretty good. I get out, I walk, I strength train. I'm always working on my body. I haven't quite made it to my physical goals yet, but I always work on them. So that will continue to happen. If that's how I end up, what's wrong with that? I don't see nothing wrong with that. I would rather have that than to say, oh, I've been with this man for 30 years, but the quality of the relationship is some trash. It's horrible. He talking to me any kind of way. I gotta suppress my feelings. I gotta suppress my voice. I have to basically neglect and abandon myself to stay in this relationship with this man. I would rather be by myself than to do anything like that. I would rather hang out for the rest of my life by myself than to be in a relationship with a man that is abusive, that is a cheater, or that I have to take care of because he ain't been taking care of himself, because I'm not trying to become nobody's caretaker. I'm not going to teach a man how to treat me. If at this middle age, if you don't walk in the door knowing how to treat a woman, then you shouldn't be looking for a woman. You need to stay single too until you figure it out. You need to work on yourself, because there is no way that at middle age you don't know how to treat a woman. So I don't have time. I'm not going to teach a man how to treat me. That's one thing I won't do. Once I realize you don't know how to treat me, I'm out. I'm out of there. I'm out. That just means that you don't deserve me. I'm just not doing it. I'm not going to waste my time like that. You should know. You should know. Certain things people should know already. So, yeah, no. How you doing? So, I'm not helping you figure that out. Look at my life. Look at how I live. Look at my attitude. Look at how I present myself to you. Because I'm not going to bring drama in your life. Because I don't have drama. The only way I'm going to have drama is if I accept somebody else's. I don't have my own drama. My life is peaceful. So, no. If a guy is in my life and he's paying attention to how I live, he'll know that I don't have drama. So, you need to know how to treat me. And I'm not going to be, well, you can't handle me like that. You know, no, you did this. You know, I don't like when you said this. That's managing another person. And I'm sorry, I don't want the responsibility of managing another adult. I don't. I'm managing myself. And I'm the only adult who I manage. I'm not getting ready to manage another adult. That's something that that man would have to already be doing and know how to do and be good with the doing it. Because I'm not a manager of other people. That's a lot of emotional labor that I'm not interested in doing. No. Anyways, I got to wrap this up because I have an appointment and I got to get my butt to work, but I'm going to turn around. Okay, look, this is a part of the Detroit Riverwalk. This is a part I haven't been on before, so I figured I would come out here. And you beautiful people have a lovely, lovely day.